Hey Scorpio, welcome to your reading. Wow, this is so good, you guys. I'm so happy for you guys. I feel like you haven't had not a good reading, but it's just been rough for the Scorpio collective for a while now, I think. Which clearly is, if you look over here, we have the Tower overall energy that you're coming out from. Which is good that you're coming out of that, not going into it, so that's awesome. Good for you, Scorpio. But no, they're saying that the universe, swiftness, and completion, they are wrapping up so much in your life right now. Like, you may find that things like struggles and things like that are coming to an end, and it's like you can actually see it. And if you haven't seen it yet, it's because you're just coming out of it. Believe me, it's coming. The universe, swiftness, and completion. 8 and 4 of Wands. Yeah, it's like you had to go through karmic cycles, universal lessons, dynamics that couldn't have been changed even if you had tried. These things felt like trauma. This is like, it's almost like no matter which way you turn, you felt trapped, and Spirit saying that's done with now. You're done with that. As long as you're focusing on you and doing right by yourself and others, I promise you that's done with. The universe has something that they want to bring in so quickly, and it's like you feel a sense of completion or like being whole within yourself when it comes to your energy, like your desires, your passion, your inner flame. It's almost like someone's just come past and gone and blown into the fire, and then it's just ignited the fire. You guys might be drawn to like spirituality and spiritual practices recently. Maybe you want to be a reader, maybe you want to be a witch, maybe you want to be a healer, maybe you like all of these different things. But it's like there's this higher, much higher vibrational energy coming in for you guys, but it's like it's something that you want to do. It's something that's drawing your actions into it. So maybe it's like, and it may not look spiritual from the outside either. It could be, I don't know, gardening, woodwork, painting, sculpting, something. But it's something that feels like it makes you connect to a higher version of yourself, and it brings you back to life. But what I'm seeing, the advice from Spirit is they're saying that there's also going to be lots of mental patterns from the past that are going to try and keep you stuck. Like the way you used to see things about yourself, about others, all of that has to be sorted out and acknowledged. For some of you, it's just putting down the idea that I have to constantly defend myself. I have to be on guard. I'm being judged and attacked from every area of my life. Like, that's the kind of thinking, and it is thinking. This is very much a thinking, mental thing. And it's like you don't feel it. You don't feel like that all the time. It's only when the thoughts come into your mind that you start feeling these things, not the other way around. And Spirit's saying that's actually going to keep you held back from your power. So you need to sort these thoughts out, like, and be honest with yourself. Say, like, have I lied about things? Have I caused trouble? Have I been good to people, or have I not? How have I shown up? Like, and it's okay if you haven't shown up in the best way. We all have emotional outbursts and moments where we aren't exactly our best self, but not letting some sort of mental narrative hold you back that was running the show before. Whatever collapsed had to collapse to get rid of that. And if you hold on to it, it's not going to work. You're not going to have this new bursting forth of energy. Meditative practices is what I would recommend for this, because this is like arguments with people. This is telling people stories about your past and past injustices. Like you're always on the defense. That kind of energy has to go. That's what the Prince of Swords is. It's actively putting it out there, not just thinking about these things, but it's actually like acting on the thoughts in not such a very grounded way. And because it's not such a grounded way, Spirit's saying you're not going to have the awareness of how to move forward and what to do next, because these thoughts will cloud all of that and keep your energy suppressed and distorted. Spirit just said, I was going to say skewed, but Spirit corrected me. Distorted. Very distorted energy. And it's not that you feel the power, but you don't have access to it when you're in these mental states. So then you might need to rely on other people to make your decisions for you, or go to battle for you, or go to appointments maybe for you or with you, or maybe they have to come shopping with you because you feel too anxious or judged or attacked, or and this is all on a social level. So I'm not saying if you are in a dangerous area and you've been attacked physically, this isn't what I'm talking about. This is all mental, in the mind. You feel attacked, you feel judged, you feel like people are watching you, you feel like people are out to get you. That has to be put down, and you just have to trust in Spirit and focus on this new direction. Because the new direction has you standing in the Emperor, and now the Emperor this is somebody that takes action, kind of like the Prince of Swords, but the Emperor rules all of it, the swords, the wands, the cups, the discs, and he actively knows how to deal and manage with everything in the kingdom. It doesn't matter if, what area of life it is, this is the person you call when everything's hit the fan. This is the person you call when you're down and out. This is that strong leader type energy, and you've got that. It's waiting. It's waiting to burst forward. But what's keeping it back is that. Universe, Spirit wants me to go back to the top line about what's going on. Yeah, so what's going on is you feel that things are shifting, so focus on that. Let that be the thing that gets you excited. So Spirit's not saying you're bad, you're this or that. They're just saying you can feel the pull. We're pulling you into this incredibly high vibrational path, and you know it. You know that Spirit's calling you. You can feel it, but there's some sort of mentality that's keeping all that at bay. It's kind of like trying to step into power while still squabbling over petty grievances. Trying to step into your own power while still being worried about what someone said to you in high school. Trying to step into your power, but still feeling like you're the little child in the family that people see you as. It's that sort of energy, but Spirit's saying why are you even bothering with that? Why are you even entertaining that? You know that people can't dictate who you are, so why even listen? And any perceptions you had about that from the past, don't listen. That's not who you are. You know who you are. You know what you've done or haven't done. Focus on that, regroup, and power forward. Yes, Spirit. Spirit just really wants me to reiterate, they're calling you into this high vibrational path. This is a spiritual leader, and I mean proper leader. I don't mean just somebody who started a group and is the center of that group, because anyone can do that. You can be a high priest or priestess tomorrow if you want. I mean, technically, yes. On a spiritual level, no, but people can give themselves any title they want. A group of people could give another person any title they want. That doesn't make them that thing from a spiritual standpoint. And this is how I explained it to someone once who was a bit uneasy about something someone said about their priestesshood. I said, well, there's different ways. There's the communal way, where you might be acknowledged as a high priest, priestess, maiden mother crone, son father sage, whatever. That's the community. You get recognized because you've either reached a certain age, you've reached a certain point in your practice, you've done a certain amount of studies, you've passed a certain amount of exams, so now you get deemed that title in that group, and that's great. Then there's how Spirit sees that person. So let's say they did a call, they were becoming a witch and being initiated. They went through all the steps of initiation. They're now a witch. Now they're moving up into the priestesshood, because the framework of this coven says if you do this, this, and that over this period of time, and you successfully complete that, we will consider you this. That's great. going through the motions isn't necessarily indicative of a person's wisdom or spiritual standing. Through the context of that group, yes, that person is a priest or priestess. If you are spirit, do you acknowledge this person as priest or priestess energy? Are they that thing? Or have they just completed the right certificates and, courses, and they may have paid a certain amount of money, and now they think, oh, well, I'm a priest, I'm a priestess. But then you go to them and they haven't got the wisdom. Like, let's say as a witch, they can't whip up a spell. They don't know how to read. They aren't tapped into their spiritual gifts. They look down at others. They get offended when they're not the center of attention. They get offended when they're not the middleman that connects everyone, like, or woman. Like, this is that sort of difference. And the reason I went into all of that is because you're not the certificate type. You're the spiritually ordained type of high vibrational, high priest, priestess, healer, leader, reader, witch, whatever. That's what you're being called into. This is like a proper initiation from the universe, and no one can take this from you but you. You can take it from you. Well, you can't take it from you. It's always going to be there. But you're sabotaging yourself, and I feel like it's like a lot of you may feel like, I know I've got all these spiritual gifts. I know I'm such a, like, I don't say such a good person. That sounds very narcissistic, but I know I have high worth. Like, I show up for people, but I struggle. And when I struggle, it's bad. Like, it's really bad. This is why. It's those mental things that you're holding on to, all the pain, all the judgment, all the comments, all the ideas that you've given yourself about how people are to you and how you are to others, and your standing in the world, how people look at you, perceive you in their minds, hold you in their minds. It makes you battle imaginary people. Like, I get this sense of like you're more battling with yourself than anything else. And that's not to say that these people don't hold these things, but these things, even if they're viewed in that way, even if you're viewed in that way, it's not holding you back. Other than the idea that they hold that view of you upsets you, and then it goes around and around in your head, and you can't get past that. Who cares? Who cares? You are always going to find people that don't like you, who disapprove of what you're doing, who think you're ugly, unworthy, whatever. Always. No one's going to have a life where everyone just loves them 100% all the time. So just acknowledge that these are just those people for you. So don't let that hold you back. We all have it, so just don't let that hold you back. I just feel like I want to flick that card off the table. I really do. You know what? I'm going to cover it up with some clarifiers. Alright, Spirit, give us some clarity. Whoa, here we go. That just flew out. What did I say? You're being called on a journey, on a path. Oh, look at that. There you go, stepping out on your journey. That's right, I was going to cover that. But yeah, it's like she's got all this baggage she's holding on to. And like, look at her. And look at all those bags. She can't carry all that with her on that journey. She needs to leave it behind. Or he. He might like wearing dresses, I don't know. I'm just kidding. But yeah, she can't carry all that baggage with her. Or you can't carry that baggage with you on this journey. And that's what that is. Mental baggage. And that's what's holding you back. It's not, like, you haven't got curses or hexes or this or that. This is all mental. If that's what you've felt like people are actively trying to attack you, it's more that Spirit's trying to keep highlighting by bringing the same types of scenarios and people in your life to show you that these patterns are what's causing this. Like, and it will keep coming back if you don't step into your power, because it's Spirit calling you into it by giving you opportunities to embody that power. Anything else, Spirit? What else we got? But I do see the power is incredible. Like Ace of Wands with the Emperor, you can't get more powerful in the tarot. You can't. Like, when it comes to a person standing in their power, Emperor, Ace of Wands. I mean, maybe Empress. I guess you could argue that too, but this is like the active, and this is taking action, and the Emperor takes action. The Empress, she's equally as wise and equally proficient in ruling, but she won't take action. She's more she'll take action in ways that don't look like action. She'll take action by asking people to reflect on this, asking people to reflect on that, and to them it seems like this is just a conversation. But the Empress, she knows damn well what she's doing. She's asking questions to start balls rolling, and then once those balls get rolling, her will comes about. But the Emperor doesn't need to be passive about it. It doesn't need to be the divine feminine. This is the divine masculine going, this is how it is, this is how it will be, this is how I am, I'm moving forward in my power. Whew, go Scorpio. Oh, there we go. God, I don't have to wait for this. Oh my god. Healer of the ages. You, Scorpio. I actually nearly burst into tears just then. You're being called in a big way, in a really, really big way. You're being called into your power, Scorpio. And a lot of people are going to benefit from this, and you're going to heal so many people on this journey. Sorry, I wasn't focused. Okay, anything else, Spirit? Yeah. Walking away. Craig David just started playing in my head. You know the song, I'm not gonna sing it. I'm walking away from the troubles in my life. I'm walking away, find a better day. And look how she's looking back over her shoulder, like she's on to bigger and brighter things. The healer of the ages, she stepped into her power and then realized what was holding her back. These fences, these boundaries, and just went, oh, I can just open it. Oh. Because everyone beforehand was telling her, like, you can't though. Like, oh no, you shouldn't, you can't. Like, oh. And then you've dealt with all these mental narratives that people have placed in your brain that have just been cycling. Stop it. Throw a spanner in that works with power and authority and be on your way. Get on your journey. You're stepping into the healer of the ages and walking away from absolute BS. You've walked away from this tower now. If you're dealing with these mental things that keep going around in your mind, what you end up as, once you deal with that and step out on your journey, Queen of Discs. She's looking out over her kingdom. There's water, there's plants, so life is sustainable. She knows that there was once life there. She's just recalibrating now. She's looking over her kingdom and thinking, what next? Now that I've got all this power and authority, wow. Because look, you had the tower moment where the kingdom was absolutely destroyed to rubble. And now she's back on her throne, ready to rebuild. More powerful, wiser than before. She knows her enemy's tactics. She knows her own power. She's got this. Or he, if you're a guy, he has got this. You've got this, Scorpio. I feel like I want to end it on this. I get that this is like, that's the reading. I could leave it there, but I don't know, I just want to give you something else. Spirit, anything else to like compliment or clarify any of this for Scorpio? Yep. Anything else? What did I tell you? first card you got insight, spell work. This is telling me, yeah, the insight you've got, like you've seen, like I said at the beginning, you've seen this, you've noticed it, and you felt this calling. Like things are clearing up for you. Your energy is becoming more driven. It's like the fire is increasing in you, and it's almost like you don't even know why. You're like, oh, things are just getting better. It's not just that, it's a calling. You're literally being accelerated on this like universal conveyor belt towards your path. You have insight. The next card that popped out, the next card that popped out was balance. And the last one that popped out was transformation. What did I say? So balancing the mind will transform this in a way that I am so happy for you guys. To go from the Tower to all of this is just, it's like black and white. It's just absolute polar opposite. Like, oh, this is amazing. I hope you do. I hope you step into your power, Scorpio. I really do. Because I've never seen that, like, every time I look at it, I feel like I'm going to burst into tears. So this is really, really powerful, and I don't know what this is, but yeah. The healing that's coming for you, and then the power that's going to come very soon after. Because Spirit just corrected me, not soon after, Mark, like at the same time. It's just going to be unlike anything you've ever felt. Unlike anything, your life is going to look different. There's not going to be a chapter that looks anything like it. In all the best ways. Oh, God, okay, I have to leave this there and reground. Whew. I hope this helped you, Scorpio. I'm so happy for you. Alright, if you want a personal reading, book in. Please consider subscribing if you're unsubscribed, or even just like the video. And yeah, I'll see you in the next one. Thanks for watching. Blessed be.